It's done in other billion. Some of the states are releasing 5 billion. So we are appealing to His Excellency to release bulk money into the system so that this thing can get to many pensioners. That is a passionate appeal, because we don't intend to go to the road again and begin to drag these elderly people from their homes, and then they go to the street again to be beating drums and be protesting.
You might remember Governor Yesemweke in June approved the immediate payment of outstanding gratuities, monthly pension arrears, and death benefits of retirees in a state public service. Let's get your take on this. Once again, my guest, is not here for the conversation, but the conversation continues nonetheless. So, what do you make of the efforts of the River State government to settle its debt with retirees, pensioners, as far as pension arrears, death benefits, gratuities are concerned in River State? Is this River State government doing enough to settle its debt to pensioners? The lines are open right now. Call 0700 93 093. That's 0700 93 093. Join the conversation also via facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. We're live there on at facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. We're also live on Twitter at NigeriaInfoPH. That's at NigeriaInfoPH via Twitter. Especially if you're a retiree, if you're a pensioner, you're owed gratuities, or or you're a beneficiary, and death benefits not been paid yet, or it has been paid possibly. What's been your experience thus far? If you can manage it or handle it, it'd be great to hear from you. Once again, number to call 0700 923 093. That's 0700 923 093. Also joined via facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. Also we're live via Twitter at NigeriaInfoPH. Has the River State government done well with settling its debt with retirees? Hello, Hard Fact, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello?
All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Hard Fact, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, for the last time, you're welcome to Hard Fact. Go ahead, please.
Yes. The pension chairman said they are paying over 300 persons. I want to know from when my dad retired 2013. And if these people say they are paying 300 persons, over 300 persons every month, from the time that the governor announced the payment of this pension and gratuity, what badge have they paid? And you calculate from that time, over 1.something million persons. So who are the people? Where are they? Where are those people that these people say they are the same? I don't understand why people will continue to play politics like this. So.
What has been your dad's experience so far? All right. Amadi from Monica, hi, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, am I on to Mr. Dayo?
Yes, you're live on radio. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I am really interested in the topic Mr. Dayo brought up this evening concerning retirees and their pension and gratuity in River State.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
Yes. Now, in fact, I have been involved because my father-in-law retired in 2015. As I speak with you, are you with me?
Go ahead, please.
About a few months ago, he was payrolled for the monthly pension. Nothing has happened with regards to the gratuity. In fact, what the covenant civil servants entered with the state government is not being fulfilled. What state government releases, my brother, I want to appeal to you. Just take your time and do your own investigation. You will discover that even before you get payroll, my brother, before you receive whatever you want to receive, you have to do a lot of underground work. Money must exchange hands. You have to borrow. You have to borrow to bribe your ways for your documents to even be sent to somewhere that you'll be captured. In fact, the level of corruption there, nobody cares. The state government is not mindful. All they care to do is once in a while they come to the air and they announce they've released so and so amount. It's not true. I am telling you.
Amadi, I'd like for you to be specific as to what your father-in-law had to go through. Without mentioning actual names, can you be a bit more specific?
Sorry, please?
I said without mentioning actual names, can you be more specific as to what your father-in-law had to go through? The things that he had to do, the monies he had to pay, the bribes, according to you.
Yes. My brother, listen. Before your file is being taken to where they call the finance section, I mean, taking an envelope, an ordinary paper. I don't want to mention names. You can go to the pensions board. You can equally go to the Ministry of Finance. Just do your underground investigation. Pretend that if you are even a pensioner. See what you will go through there. I am telling you.
Did your father-in-law go for the recent biometrics exercise that was called by the state government?
Sorry?
Did your father-in-law go for the recent biometrics exercise that was called by the state government?
Yes, the recent exercise, because my mother-in-law retired about a year ago. My own mother-in-law, apart from my father-in-law, my mother-in-law retired about a year ago. We went for the recent biometric exercise. In fact, the process, I must commend them on that. Unlike my father-in-law, our experience that time wasn't as hectic and as regrettable it used to be. At least the process was seamless. But I can assure you now that since after the biometric exercise, nothing has happened. Even the monthly pension, after we did all they asked us to do, the monthly pension as we speak, nothing has happened. She has not started receiving anything from the state government.
All right, Amadi, thanks for that. Yeah.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. We'll be back.
Absolutely. I do have a commercial break to attend to right now. So just a quick break for that, and we'll return. The conversation will continue. Is the River State government, in spite of some efforts it's made lately, doing enough to ensure that pensioners, they do well by pensioners and retirees in River States, that pension arrears, death benefits, gratuities are being paid? More on this after the break. Stay with us. Headlines 5:30. We'll be back in a bit.
It's the most
Welcome back to Hard Factor, Nigeria Info, here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dai. 26 to go before 6 p.m. Speaking of 6 p.m., the major news is up at 6. Before that, however, discussions continue for now. Still talking about the situation with retirees in Rivers State, talking about unpaid pension arrears, gratuities, death benefits, and the likes. And weighing in on the matter again, quite recently, NLC chairperson in Rivers State and Labour Party governorship candidate in the state, Beatrice Itubo, while granting an interview, had some words to say on the matter. And when she was asked about the current situation of workers in the state concerning salaries, gratuities, and pensions, she said, quote, "It's still where we are. We've been fighting and quarrelling. Nothing is happening. Now we are giving this thing a shot. There is a saying in my place, anything that is remaining one is already finished. Based on the numerous letters we had written, at a point they said workers should come for biometrics. They want to do this, they want to do that. And people have been going. But how much has been released so far in a state where you owe workers almost 200 billion naira? As at the last time we did the calculation, almost a year ago, it amounted to over 160 billion naira. And every month people retire. From that time to now, is it not up to 200 billion naira? When you want to pay money, you release between 200 million naira and 500 million naira. And you said I was shouting. And when they heard I was now going for the governorship position, they felt that workers would stand by me. And the next thing is that workers should come for biometrics because they want to start paying them. As we speak, which worker hasn't paid? Nothing has happened. But workers are really aware of what is happening. So I'm asking you, what is your assessment? Is the Rivers State government doing well by workers in Rivers, especially by retirees, in settling their benefits, pension arrears, or even pensions at all, gratuities, death benefits, and other benefits at that? Now, here is next up is a comment from the pension union or the retirees union leadership in Rivers State. Loki Ati, he had some words to say on this quite recently. So just a moment while I whip that up again. Just a moment. Coordinator of the Rivers State Civil Service Pensioners, Loki Ati, has called on the Rivers State government to increase the monthly billings for payment of pension arrears, gratuities and death benefits. So our correspondent, some persons are paid monthly out of the thousands of persons that have been verified. He said the money released to the Rivers State Pension Board is insufficient. He said it's about a month ago, I believe, or sometime last month.
Every month they are paying over 300 persons, both in gratuity and death benefits. It would have been higher than that, considering the number of pensioners that are involved. They are in several thousands. And because the release they are getting from government is not enough, they've not been able to pay as expected. But every month, from the month of August, September, October, they have been paying over 300 pensioners every month.
Ati, however, advised the governor to emulate what states with low allocation are given out monthly for the payment of pensions and gratuities.
Our call is that governors should release more money. You should release more money as it is done in other states that they don't have the kind of revenue that we have. Some of the states, they are releasing 12 billion. Some of the states are releasing 5 billion. So we are appealing to His Excellency to release bulk money into the system so that this thing can get to many pensioners. That is our passionate appeal, because we don't intend to go to the road again and begin to drag these elderly people from their homes and then they go to the street again to be beating drums and be protesting.
And this was early last month. Your take right now on the Rivers State government's performance based on efforts it's been making lately to offset the huge deficit as far as retirement benefits in the state are concerned. Lines open, call 0700 93 093. That's 0700 93 093. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, live on Twitter @Nigeria Info PH. Emmanuel, All right. Aloy from About Road, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, this story is really, really pathetic. Now imagine how many billions that was used to buy bags of rice. Now, for these bags of rice, most times will end up in the hands of people that already have. Okay, even if when they want to share it, it goes cups of rice that will not even feed family of 5 in a day. Check what is the priority of this government. That's why sometimes I liken this government as a parent that is building mansions here and there. While the children, they are dying in hunger and they can't go to school. That's what it looks like. As long as I'm concerned, the governor is building bridges here and there. But the workers in River State, how are they feeling? The indigents, the people that are living in what is the level of poverty in River, the level of the standard of living in River State? This story is really, really pathetic. You are releasing this amount of money for this pension at the River. It's really, really pathetic for me, honestly.
Let's get your take as well. Once again, 0700 923 0923. Via facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, via Twitter as well, at Nigeria Info PH. We have a bad government holding the reins in Rivers State, a government that insists on impoverishing Rivers people so they can perpetuate themselves in power. This refusal of the current government to treat its retirees humanely is another example of the misrule in the states. The PDP has been in charge in the last 23 years. Elders that have given their best years in service of the state have been treated like slaves by opportunistic politicians who work for a few years, reward themselves with humongous pensions and benefits while ignoring its retirees. This is why elections matter. This is why people must make demands of those that seek to make to man public office. Dio, imagine if all those monies shared to other states by this government had been used to settle pensioners. That's just pure wickedness. It's important that Rivers people take note of these issues as elections come next year. The current ruling party cannot deliver good welfare to retirees or its workers. I just pray we get more people-oriented government from 2023. That's on board. But we've got Martin from Oyigbo. You're welcome. Please go on.
Yes. Mr. Dayo, good evening.
Go ahead, Martins.
Yes. I'm a pensioner, and in fact, I want to put too little this information about what's going on, because the governor said some time ago that he's not owing any pensioner. So I have to call many of my colleagues, and I find out that he has only paid 2014. He has not paid 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. There are gratuities and pension arrears. So I don't understand. We want the governor. He's trying. He's doing well. But for us, the people who have served 35 years, the governor has done nothing, even to ordinary pension arrears. It's very difficult.
But Martins, I don't think the government or the governor himself ever denied that they were owing arrears.
I should go. I will hear from them. They only gave me a biscuit and Ragolis small pure water, some small water, Ragolis water. I should go. Since then, all of us are at home waiting. Nothing has been done. So we pray that governor should hear our cry. Because
Martins, did you go for the recent biometrics verification exercise?
So some people now will call and say the governor is not owing anybody. So I don't understand what.
Martins, did you go for the recent biometrics verification exercise? Hello.
Are you there?
Did you go for the recent biometrics verification exercise?
Yes, I did. That's what I'm saying. I did. They told me that I should go, that I will hear from them. They gave me Ragolis water and a biscuit of 50 naira.
When did you retire?
You say?
When did you retire?
I retired 2017.
And are you receiving pensions now?
Yes, I am.
When did
every month? The governor has been trying in that.
When did that commence?
I mean
the pension payments.
It's after 2 years, 2019.
2019. Okay. So how about the arrears from 2017? Have you received that?
No, I have not received the pension. That's what we call the pension arrears.
How about how about gratuities? Your gratuity, have you received that?
I have not.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Martin. So I wish you the best. Good evening. It pains me anytime I hear Governor Wike speaking on the plight of pensioners, like he did during a project flag off last week when he challenged retirees to contradict his claim that he wasn't owing pensioners their gratuity and new retirees their pension and gratuity. If Governor Wike really believes he has paid everything, yet pensioners and unpaid retirees keep saying publicly they haven't been paid, what is he doing about the outcry? As for Madam Itubo, I don't blame her. Why wouldn't she be lackadaisical toward her members' plight and check of dues paid regularly? I only wish civil servants didn't have their labor union dues automatically deducted at source by government. I would have wanted to see the face of the labor leader who would approach me to remind me I'm yet to pay my annual or monthly dues, and that's from Tex. I think you should have invited a pensioner so we can hear from the horse's mouth. I doubt if they've been paying 300 pensioners every month, and that's from Kinsley. Well, Kinsley, the reason I didn't think to do that is the last caller, Martins, is a pensioner. I mean, I can get pensioners to call in on the show, as has happened already. But one pensioner may not be able to verify or may not be able to verify the authenticity or the exactness of the figures being, the figures mentioned by government or mentioned by Lucky Ati for that matter. Labour would be in a good position to have those figures and explain some other things as well, which is why I extended an invitation to the Labour leader, Beatrice Itubo. Getting a pensioner to narrate their own personal experience or ordeal can happen via the conversation we're having right now, and that's happened already, and I'm sure you want to observe that, Kinsley. But beyond narratives of personal experiences, good or bad, it's important we also get some of the more factual information about what's going on, especially when it comes to numbers, when it comes to figures, when it comes to data. And Labour, I perceive, would have access to that. Once again, hence my invitation to Beatrice Itubo on the matter. I've got Felicia from Azuba. Felicia, you're welcome. Please go on.
Yes, I retired 2/15 March.
Okay.
Monthly pension, they are paying us, but the gratuity and the main pension, we have not received anything.
When did your monthly pensions commence?
It commenced after 1 year of my pension.
So you retired 2015. You started receiving your pensions in 2016.
Yes.
2016. Okay. How about the arrears of the pensions?
We have not received. That's what we are waiting for.
How about gratuity?
We've not received. We are all waiting.
Did you go for the last biometrics exercise?
Yes.
And what were you told after that?
We were asked to hang on that they will call us.
Now, Lucky Ati says that 300 persons are being paid, or over 300 are being paid monthly. Do you know any of your colleagues or friends or former colleagues?
We used to ask ourselves, but with ourselves, I have not seen anybody that was paid.
But Lucky Ati says over 300 persons are being paid monthly.
Maybe they are paying those that retired 214. They've not started paying 250.
Oh, okay. So the only people you interact with are those who are your, can I say your set from 2015?
So they've not paid us. We are on a monthly pension, that's all.
Okay. And that comes in regularly?
Yes, that one they pay regularly. They don't owe.
Okay. When you were going through the process, your documentation, paperwork and all that, did you have to bribe anyone?
No, we didn't bribe.
You didn't bribe anybody?
Yeah, I didn't bribe, yes.
And nobody asked you for money either?
No.
Not even for something to buy water in this hot weather?
No, nobody asked me for anything.
Not even for soft drink? All right. Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you.
Well, I've got George on the line, maybe from Transamadi or so. Hello, George. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Good evening, Dayo.
All right, go on.
Yes, it's one of those fighting programs you have held again. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I am a beneficiary of my father's estate.
Okay.
Are you hearing me now?
Loud and clear.
Yes. Oftentimes, I have perfected every detail about the payment of my late father's death benefit. The last time I went to Ministry of Finance in respect of the payment, I was referred to Ministry of Justice, where they make a schedule of payments monthly according to batches. So, with all due respect, each batch as a monthly basis is not up to 200 million naira that is forwarded to Ministry of Justice. I don't know where else they do the payments, but what I'm telling you is that each batch that they send the payment schedule to the Ministry of Justice doesn't exceed 200 million. Sometimes it is not even up to.
Well, now is that for Ministry of Justice retirees only? Hello, George. If you can hear me, George, the amount you just mentioned, is it for retirees of the Ministry of Justice only, or is that figure for all retirees?
They forward some people to Ministry of Justice, especially death benefits. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Especially death benefits people to Ministry of Justice. And I'm telling you, the schedule there doesn't exceed 200 million naira as compared to the number of deaths and the amount associated to that.
How much is associated to that? How much is associated to that?
I said totally on each of the batches doesn't exceed 200 million.
Yeah, I get that, and you said compared to the number of persons who have died and the amount associated to that. I'm asking you, do you know how much is required?
They make a selected payment schedule and forward it to Ministry of Justice. And each batch doesn't exceed 200 million.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Got a few more minutes to go. Be reminded, by the way, 6 p.m. features the Major D's Bulletin and open season after that, a recap and review of all the matters discussed on the show thus far. But there's thoughts still on the matter at hand.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.
Minutes. But still, lines open 0700 923 093. Live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH as well. Via Twitter at Ejo Onishi Twitter. Why is Governor Wike going about sharing money everywhere without paying pensioners and gratuities? Without paying pensioners their due payment. If not, Ejo Onishi, there's no one person is called gratuity. So when you say without paying pensioners and gratuities their due payment, pensioners, yes. Gratuities is not a person. Gratuities does not refer to a set of people. Gratuities is something that it's a benefit that they should have been paid, or should be paid, or will be paid. It's a benefit, basically. All right, I've not heard of governors owing pensions to former governors in their states, even when the governors aren't supposed to be paid after looting the state treasury dry. All right. We'll keep the conversation going, of course, and remember, whether you're a current worker or you're a retiree, it's very important you note the importance of holding your government accountable. It all starts with electing the right people, getting the right government. Everything is connected to that, including retirement benefits. We got the news coming up shortly later, but they are at 6 p.m. Once again, a review of all the matters discussed on the show today, including my side comments, by the way. It all comes up after that, during the open station segment, till about 7 o'clock when we wrap it up today. And yes, the World Cup has ended. Congratulations to Messi and Argentina. Has the goal debate been ended? Stay with us.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.